Hello Taurus, welcome in. This is a general reading for Taurus. Because it's general, not everything may resonate, but just take what does and leave the rest behind. This is a timeless reading. There's no date specified for this. I trust if you come across it, then that's when it's meant for you. I've pulled 3 oracle cards out for you from the Kuan Yin deck, the Starseed, and the Animal Spirit deck. And with the Kuan Yin deck, you received Spin the Silken Thread Divine right here. And this is talking about, it's really talking about the thread of life, and in some respects how it can haunt us because it connects us to our past. It's releasing the need to release old stuck patterns of thought, just literally maybe people, but certainly in our own belief system and patterns of thought, habits that we have that no longer serve us. It seems that you are commencing a new cycle right now, and there's an important value to really spending a little bit of time to look at what has been part of your past thinking and kind of releasing that, so it opens you up to what is coming up for you in the future, because it's here. You're commencing the new cycle here, and there's still some anchoring of these old belief systems, these old feelings and patterns that don't serve you. From the Starseed Oracle here, we have You Are Not Alone, okay? And this is another indication here about, you know, it can be very comforting to isolate yourself and just stay in your own bubble for longer periods of time than maybe are healthy. This is speaking to that, and it's speaking to how important it is to step outside of that at this time, especially if you're starting a new cycle. If you've been self-isolating for whatever reasons, as comforting as that may be, it's important to you know, we're human beings. We need, we're social creatures to some extent. Even if you're really love hibernating and you're more of an introverted person, we do need social contact. And sometimes you don't realize just how far into that you've gone. So the advice here is to just even reach out to someone who you know is going to support you to some degree. You don't have to tell them all your problems. You can just do kind of like a catch-up walk. I've done those in the past where you just, you know, call somebody up and just say, hey, let's just go for a quick walk around the block or something, and just kind of feel that out. Just take little baby steps with that. You also have the rabbit that came up here with the Animal Spirit deck. And the rabbit is all about being afraid, being inhibited, being overwhelmed. And so these are really speaking to a very similar thing. If there's rabbit energy around, if you're afraid, you're in rabbit energy. So the idea here again is to feel out sort of what that's about, what that, you know, think about that. Especially if you're in isolation, it gives you opportunity to think about that. And what is it that you're afraid of? Because it's really important. Mostly what we're afraid of is the future. As human beings, we're mostly afraid of the future. So whatever that is, it's important to either reach out for a little bit of support or recognize what's happening with you and correct it in whatever way that you feel best. So let's move into the reading. We have, I've shuffled your cards a lot and meditated on them, and we'll just see where things go, Taurus. Whoops, there we go. There's the Devil card right there making itself known. So that is an underlying energy. So let's see where it goes. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands coming up here as well. And we have the Temperance card. And there's the Queen of Wands and the Tower. I guess I am going to bring those forth. Okay. So we have the presence of the Devil here, and that is a card about obsessing, which may be why you're isolating so much, whomever I'm speaking to. Pulling yourself in, you're obsessing about something. Something has just erupted. You know, there's something that's shaking this up, and it's really creating like a, not a scarcity, but just like a fear and doubt. Self-doubts are coming up. I think you're kind of testing the water on something. There's a need for moderation. In whatever scenario this is talking about, there's a need for moderation, kind of tempering your steps, you know, just testing out the water to see what's going on. Yeah, there seems to be something going on there. Okay, so let's move into your reading. I'll lay these out and then we'll clarify. So we have the Nine of Wands. It came up, I can't remember who that was. The Hierophant came up in a very same position. Maybe that'll come to me. The Ten of Cups. That's beautiful to see. We have the Four of Swords. There's your isolation right there. The Three of Wands right in the heart of your reading. And the Two of Wands here, Taurus. And we have the Queen of Swords. The Ten of Wands. And the Page of Wands. Wow, beautiful. So I see here, let me move these out of the way. I see here you have definitely in your past, you've walked a path of a lot of activity, a lot of battles have come your way, and you're kind of still standing strong, but there's a defensive,ness, there's a feeling of like, is it over yet, kind of thing. I feel like there's a commitment coming in through here, maybe a traditional path with a commitment. We'll have to clarify to see where that is for you. Maybe your Ten of Cups is what you've committed to, or you're wanting to commit to that. You definitely have, with the Four of Swords here, you have a moment here of healing, or a time here of healing perhaps. Yeah, you're looking at things with a more discerning eye, especially if you've had a tower moment. That'll bring some wisdom in really fast. So let's clarify the Nine of Wands. Let's see what that's about in your past position here. Clarifying the Nine of Wands for Taurus. Whoops. Clarifying the Nine of Wands. Guess we'll take that one. The Page of Swords flipped up. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So this cycle is likely well and gone. So you have here the Nine of Wands, which as I described is a defensive kind of position. Battle weary. And you have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords and the Judgment card, clarifying the Nine of Wands. So I see here that there's been repeated attempts or repeated signals for you to step up and offer a cup of love of some kind or someone. This can be in reverse as well. And you're just feeling kind of like, I'm so done with this. And this could be already in the past, where you feel like kind of battle weary for trying to hold this up. Perhaps it's a relationship, perhaps it's something at your work life, but there's definitely something here that has you feeling weary. Someone's watching you or you're watching them, or there's been a signal maybe, and you're so battle weary, a signal of love perhaps is being offered to you, and you're so battle weary from life that you're just like, no, I'm going to just hunker down and be by myself for a time. This is, but this is coming back a number of times. You're being called to address it, whatever it is. So let's get a little more information. You have the Wheel of Fortune here saying that maybe you've already stepped out of that. Clarifying the Hierophant. Clarifying the Hierophant. Wow, okay. Clarifying the Hierophant. Okay, that's too many. The Queen of Swords was showing up again there in that pile. Just one, please. Clarifying the Hierophant. Okay, thank you. We have the Four of Cups, the Temperance card has appeared again, and then the Six of Pentacles, clarifying the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about commitment. It can talk about marriage, absolutely. So we could be talking about a marriage for someone here. But there's a need for moderation that's popping up again here. And a balance. There's a balancing that's, I feel like it's kind of there. You have the Four of Cups here, which means that you are, again, looking at the past. You have this, you have something here that's just riding this wave of past either limiting beliefs or past activities or something with people, an emotional content with people. And there's an opportunity being given here, either in love, I believe it is love with the Knight here. You're being offered this cup and you're bored with the status quo. You're just not really focused on that. So there's, you could be just trying to live a moderate life, You have the Seven of Cups here talking about all the choices, which could be part of the cycle that you're stuck on, is that you just can't choose. You just can't choose, so you're just like going off by yourself and I'm just not going to deal with it, kind of thing. Anchoring into your traditional life. Let's clarify the Ten of Cups here. Just beautiful to see. Wow, clarified by the Ten of Cups. Geez, Taurus, that's wonderful. Love to see that. Can feel a gush with that. Okay. Clarifying the Ten of Cups for Taurus. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups and the Page of Wands and the Hermit card, clarifying the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups it's kind of a pinnacle place to be. It is all emotional wealth and goodness. It is family and union and connection. It's just a precious thing to achieve the Ten of Cups. And you seem to have that, either if it's not in your world right now, then it is on its way. I think there's a revisiting with the Hermit card here. There's a revisiting in introspection, so to speak, of that dynamic. And perhaps you're looking for exactly that. You're looking, like we all are, for the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, but you're looking for that, and maybe you have a sense of this with this Knight who's offering you the cup, or you them. You have the Page of Wands here, which is inspired action, taking inspired action. So you could be like looking at a way to express this to, you could be watching them online, and now you've developed a point where you want to go for this. For some of you, you want to go for this, and you've got an inspired action that will allow you to step toward your wish fulfillment, which is the Ten of Cups. So there's something beautiful that's here. Absolutely. Now there's a Five of Wands underneath, and that talks about, the arguments or warring with somebody else, but it can also be internally warring with yourself, warring, warring with yourself. So let's clarify the Four of Swords. Clarifying the Four of Swords here for Taurus. Okay. Wow. Clarifying the Four of Swords for Taurus. Okay, so you have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Wow. Clarifying the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is taking a respite, healing. It's a card of healing. It's taking a respite. It is retreating. Exactly what these oracle cards are talking about. So you have that possibly going on right now, and it is stemmed from and sort of the need to go within to understand what the truth is about this blocked heart. With the Two of Swords, there's a choice there. It can indicate a choice, but it's also a blocking of the heart. There's a reason for that, and whatever it is, it's in your past. So it's important to see the truth of that. You have a brand new, bold beginning possibly being offered to you. And if it's not that, then it's just going within and finding out your own truth understanding what that is that blocks your heart this way, and doing whatever you can find to do to heal that. Absolutely heal that. Reaching out to somebody is what I'm getting again. There could be someone here, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, that could be a good person. This is also the card of the mother, so there could be someone close to you now. It could be that there's a mother in your world here, your mother, or maybe someone else's mother that you need to heal something with, or that you feel a blocking from something that happened in the past. Perhaps this Tower and this something about behavior is what I'm hearing right here. I just heard behavior. Something about someone's behavior and learning the truth of that. It could be that this person brings you some evidence of your own behavior and showing you where you're blocked. It shows you where you're blocked, where things are needing to be healed and where things are needing to be adjusted. But I'm definitely getting the healing of a connection here, something that you're blocked on, and the need for that. There's a call to communicate. Could be, as I say, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone who fits those characteristics. Could be a mother figure. Let's move to the Three of Wands. Clarifying the Three of Wands for Taurus. Okay. Oh yeah. Clarifying the Three of Wands. Okay. So we have here the, geez, this came out really reversed, so I'm going to keep that. You have the King of Swords, which came up reversed, the Lover's card, and then the Ten of Swords, clarifying the Three of Wands. So there's the Three of Wands talks about action that's been taken to, and you're anticipating a response back. So you could have reached out and communicated to someone whom you've had a falling out with, someone who you had this Tower moment with, perhaps. Whatever it was that happened there was betrayal in the mix. There was something that happened that really, kind of took you down, is what I'm hearing. I'm sorry about that. Took you down. And, yeah, I mean, you're putting it down. The Ten of Swords is an act of putting that burden down, but I think there's still a ways to go given the feeling of this reading. I feel like that's the heart of it right there, is that you need to put that down. This falling out, this whatever. This is like someone who's very close to you. It's a soulmate level connection here. The King of Swords upright is generally like someone who thinks rationally and logically, keeps the emotions out of it. They're very clear and they're seeking the truth. And I think with it reversed, that we're talking here about someone who is not looking at the truth of the situation, that there's a betrayal in the mix. That would confirm that they don't want to look at that. So there's definitely something here that needs to be let go of with regards to somebody not telling the truth, not owning their part to something that was eruptive. And there's obsession going on about it, and a heavy, heavy burden in the mind in particular, that needs to shift, really needs to shift. There's the beginning. Should you walk yourself through this and allow the future. This is the future that you're starting a new cycle, and this is that final piece that needs to go, so that you can begin this new. This has prosperity in it. It can be a new position, in a like a new career position, but it's there's the King of Cups as well, and that's someone who has a compassionate heart, much like the Queen. Keeps their emotions out of it, like the King of Swords would, but just lots of love here. There is love for this connection, whatever it is. So let's clarify the Two of Wands. Clarifying the Two of Wands. Beautiful. Clarifying the Two of Wands. Clarifying the Two of Wands. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Chariot card. Great cards. To clarify, the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is definitely about a decision that has high impact, where it's going to be, it's black or white. It's going to go in two different directions, very different outcomes. And you have the Ace of Wands, or sorry, the Ace of Cups that has come up here. So this being, what I feel is a close connection with someone that is surfacing as well. So your decision here, for somebody here, they're going to choose that cup of love. They're going to choose it for themselves more than anything, because you kind of have to choose the cup of love for yourself first. We have to love ourselves first, and then from there, we're standing on a, just the wealth of the universe is with you if you're in your heart. So I feel like some of you here are going to be choosing to be more single and to go, you have the isolation card that, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen here, but it could be that it's left you in this upheaval has left you in an isolated position, and that is going to purify you. That's the cleansing. That's the part that's really going to serve you, actually, even though it's painful. And for others, they're going to just walk out and choose that cup of love that's being offered, or offer a cup of love. But there's success here with the Chariot. There's a very willful act here that's coming, if it's not here already. There's success and forward movement. It could be a question of moving. The Chariot card does talk about travel or moving house, that kind of a thing. See, there's the freedom right there. I feel like there's, for some of you here, for whomever I'm talking to, and you'll know that there's taking a risk that is developing. You want to take a risk and just go out on your own and enjoy the fruits of your labor and reconnect with your own self. I think that's of vital importance. So let's clarify the Queen of Swords here. Clarifying the Queen of Swords for Taurus. Clarifying the Queen of Swords. One more. Whoops. Clarifying the Queen of Swords. Okay. Oops. Just going to take that here. Whoops. What was that? There it was. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. The High Priestess has come up. And then the Six of Cups. To clarify the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is, it's about discernment. It's about, it's an energy that has healed after a lot of wounding in life, this person. And she sees, it's not gender specific. It's just, the person, the Queen of Swords sees with wisdom in her back pocket. She's very discerning. She understands life way better than she did when she started out on a path, because she has had bumps along the way, or outright betrayal or pain come her way, and she's wizened from this. So given that, you have something here that's, you have a connection here, and I think it's someone at work. It seems to be a soul level connection with the Six of Cups. This could be just a family member, but I'm feeling like with the presence of the Eight of Pentacles that it is someone that could be connected to your work somehow, connected to that part of your life. But there's certainly someone here who gives you comfort and is present in your life, and it's important to reach out to them, is what I'm hearing from the mostly calling to me from this other oracle deck that talked about, going for, or I talked about going for a walk, like a catch-up walk, just a connection that's really going to be helpful and instrumental in helping you move past some of this tumultuous piece that you seem to be moving through. We have the High Priestess here, and this is about deeper intuition and tapping into your higher power, your own higher wisdom. And there's a need here to pay attention to that. It's also a card of secrets as well. So there could be something here that just needs some conversation with another, or it could be something that looks like not necessarily expressing everything to another. Once you do step out of your bubble, it seems to be calling about just keep some things to yourself. See what kind of reflection you get from the other. And then with that, you know, as much as you feel compelled to share, but just don't overshare is what I'm hearing. Don't overshare. It's a really good thing to reach out to this particular person that you trust, but don't overshare is what I'm hearing there. So yeah. Let's move to the Ten of Wands. Clarifying the Ten of Wands for Taurus. Okay. Clarifying the Ten of Wands. One more. Okay. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles to clarify the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is putting down a burden. So you're walking around with this burden, and I feel like there's somebody at work that you're close enough to kind of confide in, kind of coming out of your bubble and getting this almost repeating. And I feel like it's not something you should reveal a lot about, but it is going to be very helpful, and it will help you to be around people right now. And just choose someone maybe from your work life, however connected you are in that way. I feel like there's some idea that you have that is that's budding, you know, or someone's going to give you a spark, a nugget of information that's really going to be helpful to help you to put this burden down. There's something there. There's some people around you that are really instrumental for shifting this for you. And it could be that's what the Tower is about. This epiphany that's present is coming from something that someone says, something that you read, maybe, but it's like somewhere in your work life somehow. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. So there's the passionate new start here, which I guess we could be talking about a whole new level of relationship that is initiated with a bit of a reveal, but not very much. The Page of Wands, clarifying the Page of Wands for Taurus. Okay. Two of them, wow. Clarifying the Page of Wands. Whoops, there we go. Okay. And we have the Queen appearing again, the Queen of Swords underneath. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands, clarifying the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is about inspired action, this wonderful idea. And you've got the page here, and the Page of Wands has at least shown itself at least once. So there's something here that's a spark for you that's going to kind of lead you out of this muddy water that you're in, if not a sorrowful kind of place. You have here the Ten of Pentacles. This is like wealth and opportunity. It is about family. There's generational wealth here. There's a solid and stable foundation. So whatever it is that you're headed for, and I see that you're headed for perhaps taking this, you know, idea that is sparked in you, and I see definitely a spark is what I keep hearing. Spark. So whatever that is, to act on it and just to take your time and move slowly with it, is either what you are going to do, or that is what you could approach it like that. Instead of rushing in with it, just take your time and move it toward solidifying whatever it is. You have here the Seven of Wands as well, and in this moment I'm going to say that it's not necessarily a defensiveness, but it's definitely a wariness, to keep aware of how you're stepping and where you're stepping, for whatever reason that brings up that you can probably answer to that. sometimes it's just if you're working with something that's an invention, or it's a new idea that will generate income, or it's a new idea that will generate wealth even, and it's in the workplace, then you have to be a little cautious in today's world. It's a divisive dog eat dog, unfortunately. We're moving out of that, that paradigm that we've lived for centuries. But we're still kind of there, and in this reading I'm feeling like there's some cautionary kind of just relax with revealing too much about your spark and an idea. Try to get input without, giving a full reveal is what I'm hearing. So yeah, I hope that's helpful, Taurus. If you enjoyed the reading, please do like, share, or subscribe. That's very helpful. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you resonated with this reading, if any of this is valid for you. And that's very helpful too, to keep the channel going. So I look forward to seeing you again next time, and take care of yourself. And until then, I already said that, so I think I need a break is what's happening here. So do take care, Taurus, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.